Cowin clone app for COVID vaccine slot availability with Flask Twilio API. First, we'll go to the official website of Cowin, that is cowin.gov.in. In this website, we can get the slot availability for the COVID vaccine by entering PIN or by entering district name or by map. So here what I'll do, by selecting this search by PIN, I'll enter PIN code, for example 560076. Hit search button. So for this PIN, these are the slots available for the COVID vaccine. So in this session, we'll make use of Twilio API to get OTP for the user entered mobile number and also Flask framework to get the details of slot availability for the user entered PIN code. For all this process, you need to install Flask first. How to install Flask? I have already explained in our previous video. You can watch by clicking link in description box. Once Flask is installed, then we'll start importing all required libraries. So first we'll import from Flask, import Flask. Here Flask is the class which is importing from the Flask module. Then we'll create an object for the Flask, that is app is equal to Flask underscore underscore name underscore underscore. Give secret key, that is app dot secret key is equal to private key. To run Flask application, in last we'll write if name is equal to main, then app dot run debug is equal to true. We'll understand the scenario. This is the home page of Cowin application. There is a link for register or self-registration. When user clicks on that link, then user will get self-registration page. Here user will enter phone number in mobile number text field. And when user clicks on get OTP button, then user will get OTP to entered mobile number. If user gets OTP to entered mobile number, then user will get enter OTP page. Here in this page, user will enter OTP, clicks on submit button. Then user will get Cowin dashboard page. Here when user enters PIN and date, then user will get slot availability for COVID vaccine for that particular PIN and date. If user enters wrong OTP, then user will get OTP error page saying user entered OTP is wrong. I hope you understood the scenario. So let's start creating home.html page in templates folder. We need to create all HTML files in templates folder. So this is the home.html page. Here type HTML and select here HTML file. In home page what we need? The title has Cowin application. So write here Cowin application in title tag. In body tag need header section. So select section tag. So in section tag create class is equal to home hyphen header hyphen section. Because we can change the color of header and size in custom.css file. In header we need a logo. So take image tag. I have saved the logo image in static folder. So this is the logo image. Right click on this image and copy relative path. Paste that path here. Here I'll write Cowin. For this image tag, create a class is equal to header hyphen logo hyphen image. Then in home page need link for register or sign in yourself. For that in paragraph tag we'll take ankle tag. In ankle tag for H reference we'll write URL underscore for self register and we'll give link name register or sign in yourself. For link created class called anchor hyphen button. Then close section tag and here we'll write one break tag and here also we'll write one more break tag. For all these classes, we'll create custom.css file. This custom.css file I have saved in static folder. For home hyphen header hyphen section class, selected background color RGB and color as brown. For class header hyphen logo hyphen image, selected max width 18 em and max height 80 px. For anchor hyphen button, selected border 5 px solid RGB and border radius 3 px, padding 2 px, display inline block, margin 10 px, font size 25 px, background color yellow, align content center, align items, flex end. So what is the next step? We have to link this custom.css file to home.html file. So how to link? By taking link tag. So now home.html page is ready. Next we have to render this home.html page to our Flask application. How to render that? Here create a function called def home, and for this function write route function decorator, that is at app.route with slash, then we'll make this home function to return home.html page. So write return render underscore template, here write home.html. We'll run this code and we'll click on follow link. In browser it is not rendering home.html because we have not created function for the self-register link. So go to app.py file. Here create a function def self-register, and for this self-register function write route function decorator, that is at app.route slash self-register. When user click on register or sign in yourself link in home page, user should get one more page, right? So to get that page, we'll create one more HTML file, that is self-register.html file in templates folder. In self-register.html page, what we need? So type HTML and select here HTML file and give title as self-registration. In self-registration page, we need header section as well as logo. So go to home.html page. So here select section tag, copy this and paste it in self-register.html file. So here close section tag. Here we'll write two break tags. After this, we'll take one div tag. For this div tag, we'll create a class is equal to menu-section. So in this div tag, we'll take h4 tag to display register or sign in for vaccination. Next here, we'll write one more break tag. Next we'll take paragraph tag to display an OTP will be sent to your mobile number for verification. And write here one more break tag. After this, need text field right to enter user mobile number. So we'll take paragraph tag. Inside this paragraph tag, we'll take input tag. In input tag, we'll select type as text, name as mobile number and placeholder, enter your mobile number. Next, we need get OTP button, right? So take button tag. In button tag, select type is equal to submit and give the name for button as get OTP and create a class is equal to anchor-button. For class menu-section and text and anchor-button will create CSS file. So for menu-section, selected align item center, justify content center, text align center. And for text, selected border-top, transparent, border-right, transparent, border-left, transparent, border-bottom, color, crimson. So we'll link this custom.css file to self-register.html page by using link tag. So go to home.html page, copy this link tag and paste it in self-register.html. Now self-register.html file is ready. Now go to app.py file. Here for self-register function, return render underscore template self-register.html. Let's run this app.py. Click on follow link. So now it is rendering the home.html page as we expected. Now we'll click on this register or sign in yourself link. We'll see what output we'll get. So now it is rendering the self-register page. In this page, user will enter the mobile number and user will click on get OTP. To get OTP for the user entered mobile number, have to create functions send OTP, verify OTP, generate OTP, get OTP from API. And also enter OTP.html, dashboard.html and OTP error.html file. Now we'll create enter OTP.html file in templates folder. Again, type here HTML and select HTML file. And write here enter OTP has title in title tag. In body tag, I have taken div tag. For that div tag, created a class with name OTP-form. And to display OTP verification and an OTP has been sent to your mobile number is written in H1 and paragraph tag. To make user to enter OTP, take an input tag. In input tag selected type is equal to text, name is equal to enter OTP and placeholder is equal to enter OTP. For submit, selected button tag. And for button tag, created class with name anchor-button. So now we'll create custom.css file OTP-form class and also anchor-button class. For OTP-form, selected margin as 50px, background color pink, text align center and margin 0px. So now link this custom.css file to enter OTP.html file. So go to home.html, copy this link tag and paste it in enter OTP.html file. So now enter OTP.html file is ready. Next, we have to create one more HTML file, that is dashboard.html. If user entered OTP is correct, then it should go to the dashboard page. For dashboard page, I have written dashboard has title in title tag. To display welcome to COVID dashboard in dashboard page is written in paragraph tag and made it as strong in section tag. And for section tag, created a class with name dashboard-section. After this, created a div tag in body tag. And for that div tag, created a class called menu-section. And to display largest vaccine drive in dashboard page is written in h2 tag and selected style is equal to color coral. And to display image in dashboard page, selected image tag. In image tag, given the path of the image which is in static folder. And selected style is equal to height 450px for the image. To make user to enter pin and also the date, taken one more div tag. For that div tag, created a class id is equal to user. In paragraph tag, taken input tag and selected type is equal to number, name is equal to pin, id is equal to pin. And for date also, selected one more paragraph tag. Inside paragraph tag, selected input tag, type is equal to calendar, name is equal to date, id is equal to date. And for search button, selected button tag. Here I have written on click is equal to search by pin code. Why I have written this search by pin code function for the on click attribute, I'll explain you later. Now dashboard.html page is ready. Next, we have to create one more HTML file, that is OTP error.html file. Here, when user enter wrong OTP, then user should get OTP error page. In OTP error page, it should give message to user saying that entered OTP is wrong, please check once, which is written in paragraph tag. And selected style is equal to text-align center, color blue violet, font size 30px. Now all HTML files are ready. Now what we have to do? We have to create a function in app.py file. So the first function is def send OTP. And for this send OTP function, we'll write route function decorator, that is at app.route /send OTP, methods is equal to post and get. Then we'll write if request.method is equal to post and user number is equal to request.form of mobile number. In request it is showing error, so we'll import here request. As of now, we'll keep this function as it is because to enter OTP.html page, user should get OTP number to the entered mobile number. So to get that OTP, we have to create two more functions called def generate OTP, def get OTP from API. In generate OTP function, we'll write return random dot rand range 1 lakh, 999. Here I have to generate OTP for 6 numbers. So I have selected here range 1 lakh, 999. If you need the OTP for 4 numbers, you can change here range from 1000 to 9999. For the function get OTP from API, I have taken this code from the Twilio account for Python language. How to set up Twilio account and how to get this code I have already explained in previous video. You can watch by clicking link in description box. For client, here it is showing error because we have not yet imported the client class from the Twilio.rest module. For session also it is showing error. So we have to import from the Flask module. So write here session. Now again coming back to this send OTP function. In this function, we'll call this get OTP from API function. So copy this function and paste it in send OTP function and create variable called send OTP. If OTP is sent, then return render underscore template enter OTP.html page. Else return render underscore template home.html page. And also if request.method is equal to get, then render home.html page. In this function, what happens? If request.method is equal to post and if OTP is sent to the user mobile number, then only render enter OTP.html page. Else, if request.method is equal to get and if OTP is not sent to the mobile number, then render home.html page. Now we'll run this code to check whether user getting OTP or not. So click on follow link. So here getting home page. So click on this sign in yourself link and user getting self-register page. Here we'll enter user mobile number and I'm clicking on this get OTP button. It is not going to the next page. Either it should go to enter OTP page or it should go to home page. After this I am not getting any pages because I have not added form tag to the HTML files. So go to home.html file. Here in body tag, select form tag. In form tag, write class is equal to login-form and action is equal to http://localhost which is equal to 127.0.0.1:5000/self-register. Method is equal to post. Next go to self-register.html. Here also add form tag. Action is equal to /send OTP. Method is equal to post. So now form tag is added to the self-register.html and home.html. We'll run this code and we'll check OTP is getting or not for the user entered mobile number. So click on follow link. So now click on sign in yourself link. Here we'll enter phone number and click on get OTP button. Here user getting enter OTP page. That means user has got the OTP. The OTP is 625858 and click on this submit button. Here I am clicking on this submit button but it is not taking to any other page. It is because till now we have written code to get this page and also get OTP for the user entered mobile number. Next we'll write code to verify this OTP. If this OTP is correct, then after clicking the submit button, user should get dashboard page. Else, if this OTP is wrong, after clicking the submit button, then user should get OTP error page. How to write that code? Again go to app.py file. After send OTP function, create one more function called def verify OTP. For this verify OTP function also write route function decorator, that is at app.route/verify OTP. Methods is equal to post, get. We'll start writing code for this function. In this function, we'll write if request.method is equal to post and enter OTP is equal to request.form of enter OTP. If response in session and key is equal to session of response, key is equal to enter OTP, then return redirect URL underscore for dashboard function, else return redirect URL underscore for OTP error function. So now we'll import this redirect from the Flask module. So here write redirect and also URL underscore for. This code executes only when request method is equal to post. If it is get, then return render underscore template enter OTP. Here we have written if key is equal to enter OTP, then return redirect URL underscore for dashboard function. Else if key is not equal to enter OTP, then return OTP error function. That means we have to create two functions called def dashboard and def OTP error. So we'll create def dashboard. So this dashboard function should return dashboard.html page. So we'll write here return render underscore template dashboard.html. Again for this function we'll write route function decorator, that is at app.route/dashboard. Next to create OTP error function, copy this paste here and just change here OTP error. In route function decorator also change OTP error and here change OTP error.html. So now we'll run this code. We'll check whether user is getting dashboard page or OTP error page. And here click on sign in yourself and enter mobile number, get OTP button. So now user has got the OTP. So it is displaying enter OTP page. So the OTP is 870274 and click on this submit button. So here OTP is entered and clicking on this submit button. It is not going to the next page because for enter OTP.html page I have not added form tag. So let's add form tag. Form action is equal to /verify OTP method is equal to post. Now go to app.py file and run this. Click on follow link and here click on sign in yourself. Enter mobile number and click on get OTP. And the OTP is 521447 and click submit button. Here the entered OTP is correct. So I am getting this dashboard page. Suppose if I enter here wrong OTP, for example 111111, it should take me to the OTP error page saying entered OTP is wrong. Please check once. Now the code is working fine for all conditions. So what is the next step? When user enter pin code and also the date, when he click on search button, he should get the details of the slot availability for the COVID vaccine for that particular pin code. How to get the details? Go to app.py file and create a function called def search by pin code. And here create route function decorator, that is at app.route /search by pin code, comma, methods is equal to post, comma, get. So in search by pin code function, we'll write code to get details of slot availability for the COVID vaccine. Here the slot availability for COVID vaccine for two categories, for age 45 plus and age 18 plus. Let's proceed with the age 18 plus. We'll create variable called age is equal to 18. We'll perform search based on pin code. So we'll write here pin code is equal to request.form.get pin. We'll check slot availability for the user enter date. So we'll write here number of days is equal to 1. Next we'll take date time method to calculate the date. Before that we'll import date time from date time module. Here we'll write today's date is equal to date time dot today. Next, to convert into list format, take for loop. Here we'll write list format is equal to square bracket today date plus time delta of days is equal to I for I in range of number of days. We'll write one more for loop to fetch the data from the list. For that we'll make use of strf time for I in list format. Next, what we have to do? In order to fetch the details, we have to define URL. While true, in for loop we have to define the URL for user given date in actual dates. Go to API Setu websites. Here select this CoWIN public APIs. I am writing code to get details of slot availability for COVID vaccine by giving pin. So we'll click on this first link, that is find by pin. Here next click on this try it out and here enter the pin code. For now I am giving pin code 560076 and I am giving today's date 10/09/2021. Next click this execute. Next copy this request URL. Go to app.py file and paste that URL here within double quotes. Here I will give curly brackets dot format pin code comma user given date. Next we'll define header. Header is equal to user-agent Mozilla, Windows, Apple WebKit, Chrome, Safari. By using get method, we'll request for URL comma headers is equal to header and we'll store in variable called result. Then go to dashboard.html. This dashboard.html page contains div tag and button. The div section is used to display information from the server. When button calls search by pin code function, if it is clicked, then function request web server for data, then function request web server for data and it will display. Here we have used concept of AJAX. AJAX is asynchronous JavaScript and XML. AJAX contains combination of XML HTTP request and HTML DOM and JavaScript to request data from web server and to display the data. After this div tag, we'll take one script tag. In this script tag, we'll write function search by pin code. Then we'll create object for the XML HTTP request. Then we'll store in variable called const xHTTP. Next we'll write callback function, that is xHTTP.onload is equal to function of document.getElementById by id user.innerHTML is equal to this.response text. Here user is the id of div tag. This callback function is a function is passed as a parameter to the another function. Next, to send request to the web server, we'll write xHTTP.open method. In this open method, we'll pass parameter get, URL. Go to app.py file, copy the URL and paste it here. Here, delete this curly brackets and write document.getElementById pin.value. This pin is the ID of pin text field. And for date, write date is equal to plus document.getElementById date.value. This date is the ID value of calendar. Here write, true. Then call send method, that is xHTTP.send. Then write document.getElementById user.innerHTML is equal to xHTTP.result. In this result variable, we have defined URL and header, which is in app.py. What happens in this code? When event occurs in web page, that means when button is clicked, the XML HTTP request object will get created by JavaScript. This XML HTTP request object send a request to web server and that request is processed by server. Then server sends response to the web page. That response is read by JavaScript. We'll add form tag to the dashboard.html. So here we'll write action is equal to double quotes http:// that is 127.0.0.1:5000/search by pin code. Then write method is equal to post and close this form tag here. Go to app.py file. Let's run this code. Click on follow link. Next, click on register or sign in yourself link. Here, enter user mobile number and then click on get OTP button. The OTP is 370131. Then click submit button. In this dashboard page, we'll enter the PIN number as 560076 and then we'll give date. Click search button. I'm getting now slot availability for the COVID vaccine for the entered PIN code. Here it is displaying center ID, name, state name, district name, block name, PIN code and fee type. Next we'll enter one more PIN code 577101. Then we'll give date and click search button. Now it is displaying slot availability for the COVID vaccine for that PIN code. This is how we'll write the program to get the details of slot availability for the COVID vaccine.